We are getting right back at it again. The last 4 packs of cards. Actually, not the last 4 for this box. We still have, well, that's a good question. I think 4 more Edge of Eternities and maybe 6 more of Unfinity. So only 1 or 2 more of the space-themed set. And then we are moving on to Bloomburrow, which is right here. We're going to bust this box open. So without further ado, get into these 4 packs. Alright, we've got Boing. Sometimes the Astrotorium stunts look dangerous because they absolutely are. Clowning around. Step right up. 1 clown band. 6-sided die. I still really like that card. Just does a different thing depending on which number you roll out of 6. Coming attraction. Ardwolf's Advantage. First uncommon is Bioluminary. The Garganticari Astro Serpent hated the taste of merfolk, but the audience didn't need to know that. Get your head in the game. Fight the blank fight. And a mythic Grand Marshal Macy. You may choose not to untap Grand Marshal Macy during your untap step. If you do, put a pause counter on it, then you lose 1 life for each pause counter on it. Whenever Macy becomes untapped, remove all pause counters from it. 2 colors, tap, choose an until end of turn or this turn effect. As long as Macy remains tapped, that effect doesn't end. That's ridiculous. And this is why these aren't played in your normal Magic tournaments, or can't be. We got a Swamp Art, and then we have Trash Bin Attraction. I don't know how Trash Bin is an attraction, but okay. Oh, we've got a rare Tunnel of Love attraction. Then we have Stormcrow, token creature bird, and then of course Urza's Dark and Cannonball stickers. Do you like that mythic? I am going to scan it. I know it's not going to be worth anything because all the Unfinity unglued, well, no, the older unglued sets are probably worth stuff, but since these can't be played in standard Magic, they're usually not worth much. Yeah, so this mythic is 21 cents. That's actually pretty high for an Unfinity, where the real money makers are in the land cards, especially the shocklands that are in that set. All right, then we will jump into the second one. Might as well throw this bad boy up here for now. Still mythic. I'll still count it as a win. Alright, so we've got another Boing. Clowning around. Step right up. Wizards of the Blank. Magic is the name of the game. Art Appreciation. Decisions. Atom Wheel Acrobats. Pin Collection. Proficient Pyro Dancer. Brim's Baron Midway Mobster. That is quite the name. The Capo of Caps, the Hitman of Hats, the Dawn of Dawning Fashionable Headwear. Exchange Words. When Exchange of Words enters the battlefield, choose 2 target creatures. For as long as Exchange of Words remains on the battlefield, exchange the text box of those creatures. Before criticizing, walk a mile about 1.6 kilometers in their head. That way, when you do, you're a mile away and you have their head. What? And then a nice planes card. These go for $1. I've got a couple of those, so I'm not even going to scan that one. Spinny Ride. Bounce Chamber. Then Ticket Bucket Bot. Playable Delusionary Hydra. We'll throw that planes on over there, so we know it's worth a little bit. Then we're on to Edge of Eternities. Get through these 2 packs, see if we get anything good. You know, the last pack I opened of these was absolutely insane. 2 rares and a mythic all in one pack. Alright, so we've got Rig of War. So I'm actually not expecting much out of these, considering how full the last one was. Virus Beetle. Mech and Shield Mate. Light Deck Coordinator. Intrepid Tenderfoot. Mount Strider's Gear. Depressurize. The Sunstar Faith teaches of perfect void, of emptying oneself so that the light may fill the hollow, but in the void of death, its teachings bring little comfort. Mechan Navigator. Mount Strider's Resolve. Fallen Faithful. Just pulled that earlier. Station Monitor. The rare is a Sledge class seed ship. Then we've got a foil Ilvoy Operative. Then a Swamp. That is one of my favorite regular Swamp cards. I wish they had that in a full art. It's like a Nebula. It looks really cool. We have a Lander token and a Robot token. So nothing too crazy there. We will do a quick scan of that rare, but it seems pretty common. Yep, about 80 cents. So pretty cool. Then we will jump into the final pack we got and see if we can get lucky. As they say, some last pack magic. Alright, we've got Cav Landseeker, Beamsaw Prospector, Cloud Sculpt Technician, Bright Spear Zealot, Sky Stinger, Pinnacle Kill Ship. I like the art on that one. Maybe it's just the purple and blues I like. I don't know. Not very picky. Got bright colors. I'm gonna like it. Nanoform Sentinel, Vault Guard Trooper, Ray Blade Trooper. Oh, 2 troopers in a row. Don't get crazy on us, Magic. Hemosymbic Might. I haven't seen that one. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, another target creature you control gets +X till end of turn, where X is this creature's power. By stimulating violent behavior in its host, the Might scavengers the remains of prey much too large for it to hunt on its own. Oh, I love that art style. This land enters tap, add green or blue, 2, then a green and blue. Until end of turn, this land becomes a 3/3 green and blue elemental creature with hexproof. It's still a land. That's nice. I'll give that one a scan. And then we have Pinnacle Emissary. Whenever you cast an artifact spell, create a 1/1 color drone artifact creature token with flying, and this token can block any creatures with flying. And then Warp. And then we have a Lost in Space foil. And then a regular forest foil as well. That's nice. And a Lander. Robot tokens. Alright, let's give that special art land a scan. Yeah, nothing crazy, 41 cents, but I still really like that art style. This one's about $2, so pretty good. Not a bad pull. Throw that up there. I call that a successful night of pulls. So until next time, check you later.